All right, this section is for you. This is all about the head captain. I wanted to put this section in here because I do think it's time we slow the game down for a second, put our foot on the ball, and really look at ourselves, because truly everything in this life is coming from within. It's generating what we're feeling and, more importantly, what we're trying to create. I also want to just share that as a leader, it is your duty and job to lead from the front. All right, not the back. So even though we've got a bunch of captains, we've got all these teammates and all these apps, it's so important as a leader, facility owner or head captain, that you're out in front. You're the one that's shaking hands, practicing no strangers, in classes, and really building the community and selling those teammates and having them join your facility and not relying on others. So do the work. Right? Lead by example, mix in there, get involved with your teammates. It was one of my favorite things when my former coach, Dominic Kinnear from the Houston Dynamo, would jump into fitness and practice with us. There's nothing better than when the leader jumps into the middle. Even learn how to become a captain and actually run a practice to show others. But the most important thing, though, for your business is to let your feet do the talking and hold that high standard for what you've done and what you've created for your business. And if you are a head captain that's working for your facility, you are the standard and you have a very important position to lead from the front. Support your captains and get weekly feedback from your teammates. It's really important that you stay involved in the product, and more importantly to those that are leading, making sure that you're doing everything in your power to make sure that you can create a better playing field for your captains and your teammates. 25 members is the goal. Your first job as a head captain and leader is to do whatever it possibly takes to get to your first 25 teammates. You should only be running 2 times per week. You shouldn't be doing any more. If you are, we got to go backwards before we go forwards. It's really important to max out 25 members at 2 practices per week, which even at that point, we'll still stay at 2 classes per week and get to 50 members or so, maybe going to 3, but it's just really important to drive everything forward, focusing on doing whatever it takes to get the first 25 sales. It's the hardest part, but as I mentioned earlier, once everything gets moving, it becomes a lot easier. Clean your facility. I know, sounds pretty straightforward, right? I can't stress to you the importance of cleaning your turf, making sure your locker room is tidy, and your bathrooms are clean. It's not my job to patrol that aspect of your business, and I just trust that you care about your money, you care about your facility, and you care about your teammates and customers, but I cannot stress some of the facilities I've worked with in the past that just have dropped the ball there, and it has turned away a lot of customers. I can't control that, but I highly recommend it. We do actually have a facility cleaning partner, so please connect with us if you are interested. But more importantly, please put yourself in the teammate's shoes. Would you pay for the experience, and would you want to come to your facility and be playing in those conditions? Gear and equipment. It's your job to make sure that the gear and the equipment is at top level. Make sure your captains are leading and, more importantly, preserving and taking care of that equipment, but it's your job to make sure that the standard of that equipment is in good condition. The pennies are smelling great and being washed, and again, just having that high standard for yourself, your business, and of course the programming. And last but not least, the captains. I can't stress this enough though, your captains are a reflection of you, so pick your ambassadors carefully and hold that standard high, but always take care of them like family. Again, as I mentioned, these are very, very much ambassadors more than just referees or coaches. These are what we call captains, and they're your team. And the more that you treat them like family and get them more involved in your business, the more that they're going to pour into you, your facility, and all areas and aspects of your revenue. So anyways, focus on yourself, focus on leading from the front, and as I always say, let your feet do the talking.